Hi again, everybody. Here's hoping that the second time's the charm. Whew. Okay. Once again, a very happy Children's Day to all of you. Today is very special for two reasons. One, it's Children's Day, and two, I'm about to speak to someone who's very inspiring, very bubbly, and very passionate. She's Pooja Chopra. She won India its first ever Beauty with a Purpose award at Miss World, and I am thrilled to be able to speak to her today. Thank you, Alicia ma'am. All right, I am going to look for Pooja now and try and get her online onto this live. I've been told that she is here. Yes, yes. I see you. Finally, I see you. I have sent you the invite, Pooja. Please accept it.
I don't see you yet.
Hi!
Hi!
Whew, finally.
Oh, don't tell me this. Don't tell me this Wi-Fi is going to act up because you're breaking. Oh.
Oh no. Hang on a second. I'm going to try.
No, you're good now.
Good now?
Yeah. But I mean, the image is, yeah.
Yes.
Yes. How are you? How are you?
Whew. I am good. A little bit cold in New Jersey right now, and it is freezing. How are you?
But you're looking hot, smoking hot. I must say that.
How are you?
How's it going? I'm good, thank you. But I'm most excited about you and extremely curious. Actually, more curious than you are. How are things there? How are all the girls? How's winning during the pandemic? I have so many questions for you, Manasa.
Wow, okay. I have a long list ready for you too, so let's hope you don't beat that. But yes, let's start. Let's begin. And in fact, I understand that you have a lot of questions for me, so would you
Yes.
like to shoot first?
Okay, I'm most excited about how's your journey been? How long has it been that you're in New Jersey in the US? And have you met all the girls yet? What's the vibe? How are you feeling? Are you nervous? Are you excited? All of those. Just give me a lowdown on all of those.
Cool. I am feeling a mixture of a lot of emotions, excitement, a little bit nervousness, a lot of
Hmm.
curiosity too. We
Hmm.
just spoke about curiosity, and I am overflowing with curiosity. So many girls, new place, surroundings, new everything. And I'm just looking forward to everything that's lying ahead. But coming to the girls,
Hmm.
well, the competition is happening in Puerto Rico and it starts on the 21st of November. So I'm only here in New Jersey
Nice.
for a while
Mm-hmm.
to really get used to the time zone, firstly. Very
Yeah,
important.
of course. Hmm.
Yeah, and also just spend some time with my family in this peaceful neighborhood before the roller coaster begins.
Nice. I'm really happy to hear this. And just one small piece of advice is just absorb it all in. Take a deep breath and take it all in. These memories are going to be like this, this trunk of memories that you're going to cherish for your life, throughout your life. So just like live it to the most.
Yes, every second, every little moment, I am just immersing myself in all of it, like you said. And in fact, I wanted to ask you too about your experience. You beautifully represented India at Miss World, and how was that for you?
Oh my God, this brings back so many memories. Some really nice ones and some not so nice ones because I fractured my leg as I was standing there on the stage of Miss World. I think the only possible contestant who's ever stood on the stage of an international pageant with a cast on her foot. So that was not a little bit of a downer. That was like a huge downer for me. But other than that, the experience was, that's what I'm saying, that I just want to shut my eyes. And I feel that there are so many times when I was actually worrying about the pageant. And that's the piece of advice I want to give you, that don't worry about the pageant. Don't compete with the girls until the final day. Be friendly with everyone. Tell them about our country. You know, our country actually is the only country which is so diverse. We have so many different things, and share, because everyone's going to be fascinated. Actually, I'm sure half the girls are already fascinated by India and India's food and Ishwarya Rai and Sachin Tendulkar and Amitabh Bachchan. They'll ask you all sorts of those questions. But make them your friends for life. Like in your head, you should know that these girls, whenever I travel to whatever country, I should have one girl that I should know in every country, and make them your friend. So that should be your thought, your subtext in your head, and compete, but only on the final day. So be yourself, have a lot of fun, enjoy with the girls, chill, dance, let your hair down, but make sure you're dressed to the T every single time. Your lipstick is in place. You look like a 15 on 10, and you're this girl who has a lot of fun. And you anyway is gorgeous. You're extremely confident. I know I'm more than positive you're gonna shine like a star.
Oof. Thank you. That's a lot of advice that I just got there.
That's a lot of
But
advice, yes.
but yeah, like you said, I think my favorite part was when you said just have fun, really, because at the end of the day, this is a once in a lifetime experience. And what really makes life special is the memories and the stories that we create. And
Exactly.
all the stories that I carry with me in my bag from my experience as a Miss India and
Miss
even
India.
as the world is what is going to make this a magical year.
Exactly. So you have it. You have it. So just go be yourself. Let them see the real Manasa. Like, you know, you obviously have so many qualities. Let them just see all of you. Let them see you dance, play, everything, like just everything. Let them see Manasa as a whole. And because then they'll know that I know this girl. I know this girl entirely. She's not putting on a facade. She's not trying to be somebody else. She's herself. And I think that's what is going to make people love you.
Yes, ma'am.
No, don't call me ma'am. I feel so much older anyway. Please don't call me ma'am.
Cool. Should we move on to? In fact, I was really hoping to talk to you about your Beauty with a Purpose project. It must be such a special thing, right? Knowing that you won India's first ever Beauty with a Purpose award. How does
God.
that feel?
You know, honestly, for me, it still doesn't feel like an award, because that I feel and I felt then was more like a calling. Because I don't know if you know of my story, but my father abandoned me in a way. He didn't want another girl. So I've literally lived feeling that my mother had to leave her marital house because of me. And my mother has brought my sister and me up single handedly, all by herself. I have to do something for the girls who were not as privileged, who don't have parents, who have dreams but have no way or means to fulfill them. So I wanted to be like, I don't know, I mean, like an angel, to give them those wings that they could fly. And actually, even way before Miss India, when I was in college, and you know, I couldn't contribute or couldn't do anything much, very close to my house there is still an orphanage. It's called Bal Sangopan in Pune, just 10 minutes away from my house. So I would go there and teach the boys. There were boys there, only boys there from age 4 to 18. And after 18, they're supposed to fend for themselves. So whenever I got the time, I would go there and teach kids Hindi, Marathi, maths, anything that I understood. Spend time with them, you know, celebrate birthdays with them. That gave me a lot of joy. So I think, and of course, after I won Miss India, then, you know, I mean, the whole game changes entirely. Your voice is magnified. You can do so much more. You have this platform that this amazing pageant gives you, and you want to do the most. And since, I mean, obviously, from wherever I came from, this was only my natural calling. So honestly, if you ask me, more than a prize or more than a trophy, I feel that it was my calling, and it helped me take a step towards what my calling actually is. Even till today, I'm associated with a few organizations, and they help educate girls because I think had my mother not taken the very, very brave step of leaving my father's house and educating me, bringing me up where I am now, I don't think I would have lived. I don't think I would have ever existed. So if I can do that to someone, even in a small way, I think I'll feel extremely privileged and proud. So for me, it is that's a that's the biggest prize. But yeah, having said that, it's I was India's first Beauty with a Purpose winner. It obviously it gives you a sense of pride. Your heart swells with a lot of joy, and I think more than anything, what I feel is your beauty with a purpose should be something that your heart, there's a calling where your heart really connects,
Yeah.
and your heart leaps out, and it feels for something really deeply.
Yes.
That's what your beauty with a purpose should be, because then wherever the heart and passion is involved, you seldom fail in every aspect. It could be your profession, your study, your area of occupation, everything. So this, like, girl education was something
Yes.
that my heart really very closely still feels for. So yeah, I mean, it feels great. It feels really nice.
That's beautiful. What a beautiful story. And I love the passion with which you say this. It's so contagious, your passion, energy. And, speaking of your project, it's called Nanhi Kali, right? And as you said, it's all about helping children, right, find themselves a life of hope. It's about empowering them with a sound education and the right kind of tools and resources that will help them flourish, right?
Mm-hmm.
And of course, you've done India so proud with the work that you've done, and it's so beautiful how you've in fact carried that forward post Miss World. Speaking of the causes that you have been associated with, even after Miss World, I believe I read about how you worked with the Asian Institute, right? On,
Asian Heart Institute. Yeah, again, that was for kids. Yes.
I believe it was called Happy Heart,
Happy Heart India.
name of
Happy
the.
Heart India.
Could you tell us a little
Yes.
bit about?
Again, so that again is, I mean, there are so many underprivileged kids who have ailments to do with the hearts, and these surgeries are really expensive, and not every parent can afford that. So Asian Heart Institute had like a list of over 500 waiting kids who wanted money, donations, in terms of donations, and the parents couldn't afford. So Akshay Kumar and me, came up with this initiative. Obviously, Times of India backed us up, and we were able to generate funds which helped 500 kids get operated, and they have happy, healthy heart right now. So that's why we call it Happy Heart India, because kids are the future of India. So yeah, that was again for children. Yeah, feels so nice.
That's beautiful. Oh my God. You've been attached to so many causes, right, surrounding children. Oh, that also brings me to the fact that today is Children's Day, and it's so cool that,
Yes.
yeah, Happy Children's Day to you.
Same day. Wish you the same. I've got at least 20, if not 30 messages and calls. Happy Children's Day, and it feels so nice.
दिल तो बच्चा है जी.
Yeah, हमेशा रहना चाहिए. I think that. I feel that.
Yes. Speaking of children, it's so beautiful how you've connected your purpose and your life with so many causes and projects connected to children. This brings me to my next question, which is all about challenges. When
Hmm.
we projects, when we try to find solutions to issues out there, we face a lot of challenges, right? And especially when we talk about complex issues like child marriage, child labor, lack of access to quality education, health, nutrition, etc.
Hmm.
Such issues are difficult for decades long. It's not something that can be solved in a day or two. So, in the process of your journey, did you
Hmm.
find any specific challenge that you really had to work extra hard to overcome?
In terms of causes, in
Yeah.
the causes that I'm associated with,
Yeah.
No, to be really honest, I was really lucky because as a Miss India, I mean, you would know, you meet, you go for events, inaugurations, press conferences, you get in touch with the MD, CEOs of these huge companies and corporate houses. They always have a CSR budget, which is kept aside. And maybe because my story would have convinced them, or maybe how passionate I am about kids and the difference that I want to make in kids' lives, there were, like I told you, I was able to donate 12 lakh rupees before going for Miss World. I was able to, collect those kind of funds from corporate houses. And so, no, I think people were and still are really kind. And I really genuinely didn't, fortunately, face any challenges. Apart from, yeah, my heart breaking every time that I see something and I can't tend to, whatever the issue is immediately. That's when my heart kind of breaks. But otherwise, whenever I have taken a step, whenever I have believed, I have gotten what I want. Because I'm a very, I don't know, that's just how I am. I'm very clear, this is what I want and this is how I'm going to go about it. And I go straight for the kill. And then there is just no way anyone can refuse giving me that. And then I grab it and I come and I do what I have to do. By hook or by crook. It has to be done, it has to be done. So that's it. So
That's
I was fortunate.
that spirit. Okay, so that fighter spirit inside of you, which would basically bulldozed through every challenge that might have popped up along the way.
Literally, literally.
That's amazing. In fact, you spoke about corporates, right? During my project as well, I I raised funds for a fleet of vehicles, right? A fleet of child response vehicles, which are dedicated
Yes,
to
yes,
the
yes.
rescue of children. And for this, again, we
1098.
had
Am I
to
right?
1098, the National Childcare Helpline. Yeah.
Congratulations, honestly, congratulations, Manasa, because what you have achieved is not small. It is a huge, huge, huge feat. And my heart goes out to you. And I want to give you like a nice jappi, a nice virtual hug because of this amazing difference that you've already made to this country. Thank you. Like, thank you. Thank you so much. It's not easy. Thank you.
Thank you. It's people like
Why
you who
don't
just
you tell us? Why don't you tell us about your project?
absolutely. Well, in fact, I'm going to finish with the challenge that you were just speaking about, right? Because it reminded me of the challenge that I faced when you said corporate. It
Yes.
it reminded me about how it sounds easy on the surface to think that you're just raising funds for a cause, you're approaching all these people, connecting with the cause, trying to really put that message out. But it's not as easy as it sounds because there's a lot of legal procedure that's involved. It's not as simple as calling up somebody, explaining the cause, telling them about how important it is, getting the money, buying a vehicle, and poof, it's there. It sounds simple, but it's not. There's so much procedure outside, and that's one thing that I learned during my project that there's so many rules, regulations, and all sorts of things in place. And to really understand all of that and to jump through all of that, like to get a single vehicle took 3 months.
Hmm.
I mean, that's the kind of system that we have in place, and so I think it's so important that everybody comes together because if a single person is doing this,
Yeah,
can bet
it's
very, very
impossible.
challenging,
But
very
you know how
challenging.
much smarter and stronger you are now having gone through those challenges?
Yes, yes, it does make you feel like there is so much
I did
power.
it. Yeah, I
Yeah,
did it. And challenges, I think, are amazing. I don't know why a lot of people are either afraid or dislike challenges. I think I love challenges because at the end of it, when you actually achieve whatever it is that you've set your goal or eyes on, it makes you feel so good. There's this huge sense of achievement that I think nothing else can give you. Uh, Post once you surpass those challenges, there should be insurmountable mountains in front of you where you should tell yourself
yes,
that I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to kick the ass out of this. I'm going to do it. And then once you do it, oh my God, that's the best feeling in the world. So I'm so glad. Actually, I shouldn't be saying this, but I'm glad you had those challenges so early on in your. It's strengthening you up. for the challenges later that you have to take on. I'm proud of you, baby.
Thank you. But I love what you said exactly. You see a challenge, you overcome it, and right after it, you feel so confident that the little voice in your head is like,
Ah,
what's next?
exactly.
Right?
See?
Sorry, but can you hear
Exactly.
me? Because your video is
I can. It's
is